My channel. My name is Lori Staley. I'm the Addicted Stamper with Stampin, United States demonstrator outside of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, in a little town called Dillsburg. I am excited to be here with you tonight. Hopefully the lighting's okay. Looks like I have a glare going on. I'm trying to figure that out. But I'm excited to be here with you tonight because I have a simple fun fold for you tonight using the Let's Sail Away bundle, which is the stamp and the punch. And it is perfect for masculine birthdays or Father's Day, which is just around the corner. So I hope you like that. Hi, Carol. Before we get started with our project, I have several announcements. My goodness, a day changes everything. A couple of reminders and then a couple of upcoming things I want to share with you. First of all, the In Color Starter Kit. That promotion will be ending on May 31st. Hi, Betty. This is the first time, and I've been a demonstrator for over 18 years. This is the first time I've known Stampin' Up! To offer a starter kit promotion with the launch of new In Colors. So that's kind of cool, right? Because in addition to the $125 in product of your choice that you receive for just $99 plus tax, SU even picks up the shipping on the starter kit, you get $66.50 in color products. So you're going to get the 8.5 by 11 assorted pack of all the In Color cardstock. You're going to get the In Color ink pads, the 5. You're going to get the In Color 6x6 Designer Series paper, which is fabulous. And then you're going to get this grid paper that I have laying here. And this comes in all 5 colors as well. I think there's 5 sheets of each color. So you will be stamping away and have your In Colors right there with you. How cool is that? Hi, Carol. So anyway, just a reminder that does end on May 31st. If you don't have a demonstrator that you work with and you have questions about it, please reach out to me. I'll be happy to answer them. I don't push. I don't, it's your choice. It's a great thing to be a part of. Lots of fun. At a minimum, you're going to receive a 20% discount on orders, at least for the first full quarter after you would get the starter kit. Hi, Valerie. Hey, Thelma. So think about that. If you have questions, let me know, or reach out to the demonstrator that you're currently working with. And I'm sure either one of us will be happy to answer those for you. And if it's the right thing for you, to help you get started. Okay, so that's the In Color Starter Kit promotion. Mini catalog. This also, we only have what, about 5 weeks? 5 weeks left. Is this the 23rd? Yeah, 5 weeks for the mini catalog. So if you have the annual catalog, there are several items in here that did carry over, but there's several that did not. So be sure that you are grabbing those items that you want that are not carrying over into the new catalog. We are releasing the promotional list tomorrow of the items that are retiring out of here. As soon as I know what time that's coming out, I'll be scheduling something over on my Facebook page to go live and highlight our catalogs. So if you follow me over there, keep your eye over there tomorrow. If you don't follow me over there, go on over, hop over, like and follow my page. It is Lori Staley, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Pretty straightforward. And then coming in June, as if the end of that catalog wasn't enough, right? We are going to be doing a BOGO sale on our buy one, get one, 50% off sale on our kits. And you can see the whole collection of kits that are available on the website. You can go to my website, which is addictedstamper.stampinup.net. Check them out there, or whoever you shop with. Or you can go right to the Stampin' Up! Website. But you're going to want to check those out come June 1st, because the inventory always changes. So I'm not sure what will be available, but check it out. Buy one, get one at 50% off is a pretty good deal. And that million little thanks that I showed a couple weeks ago on my Facebook page, I think it was, that was a really good one as well. So that, I'm thinking that might probably be available. And speaking of kits, if you are not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, it is another kit opportunity for you. So why do I love kits? Hi, Jen. Oh, good. Hi, Connie. Hey, Shirley. Why do I love kits? Because they are quick and simple. They have everything in them that you need to finish the projects. You can take them to the ball field as you're watching your kids play ball. You can take them while you're waiting in the school pickup line. You can take them when you go out to lunch with your girlfriends and everybody can make a card. Go to the coffee shop and sit with a friend, have a cup of coffee while you make a couple cards and get your creativity on, right? Paper Pumpkin is perfect for that. It's our monthly subscription kit. If you don't know about Paper Pumpkin, you can get it for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or a year. I always suggest that you do a 3-month subscription if you're just starting with Paper Pumpkin, so you can try it out and see what kinds of things you get. In your very first Paper Pumpkin, you get a clear block. And why do you get a clear block? Because in every Paper Pumpkin after that, you receive an exclusive stamp set. So this one that is coming up is going to be cute. It's 9 cards, coordinated envelopes, plus a mini canvas shopping bag for a fun twist on the card packaging. So you could make the cards, put them in the little canvas bag, decorate the tote, and hand them to a friend. How cute would that be? There's also embellishments in there. There's always an ink spot in there. So as I said, everything you need to create the kits. In addition, mini canvas bags will be available to Paper Pumpkin subscribers. So another reason to subscribe. If you want in on this and you want to be able to get those additional tote canvas bags, you definitely want to sign up for Paper Pumpkin by June 10th. After the 10th, it's too late to get in on the June kit and therefore the extra canvas totes. So I'll put a link for that in case you are interested down in the description below the video when we're done here. I'll put the measurements up, the supplies I use, and some links for you to check out. All right. One final reminder, and then we'll move on. And that is I do a Just Cards class every month. These are the cards for May. There's 2 ways to do these cards. One, you can purchase the class outright for $15. If you're local, you can also come to the in-person class to make them. If you are long distance, we ask for postage to help mail them to you, and that runs about $4. You get all the supplies, all the embellishments, all the embossing, all the die cutting, all the punching is done for you. The only thing that is not is the stamping. So you will need your stamps, you will need ink, and you will need adhesive. And the reason we don't do the stamping is I need to stay in compliance with Stampin' Up! So I can keep coming and sharing creativity with you all. And that would violate their policies. So you do need that. But yes, if you are local, you absolutely can come to the class and use my stamps, etc. The other way you can get this class is you can earn it for free, plus postage if you're long distance, by placing a minimum $30 product order on my website before May 31st using this host code. This host code is very important that it's included. It is the trigger for me to know that you want that class. Okay, so 2 ways to earn that. All right, let's talk about the card we made, or cards, right? Because we did a Paper Pumpkin last month. So if you want to see that, or last week, if you want to see that, go check it out. But here was the fun fold that we did. This is a simple sidestep card. Okay, we're focusing on simple fun folds for May. And this one fits the bill very nicely. As you can see, it's pretty easy. And then in here, you have all the room you want. You could even add another layer of white there. So that was the one we made. And then we pulled out the brand new in color Paper Pumpkin for May. And we did this cute card. And this was simple, right? If you were with me, you know, because all of these are die cuts. This banner was a die cut, the layers behind there, all the gold was already stamped on it. The happy we were able to punch out, popped all of that up with the mini dimensionals that were included in the kit. And then we added some of the cold matte dots that were also included in the kit. And each card has a coordinating envelope. Of course, here we have Parakeet Party, right? And the winner of these is Thelma. Thelma Angel, congratulations. So I will have these here. I can either drop them off this week at Connie's if you want me to do that, or I can bring them to club because Thelma happens to be in one of my stamp clubs. Just let me know, ma'am. All right, let's talk about Let's Set Sail. This is a fun stamp set. It's cute. It is great for masculine cards. You can do feminine cards with it. You can even do kiddo cards with it if you wanted to, right? We are going to make a card. It is a simple fun fold, as I said. In addition to using stamps from the Let's Set Sail, we are using lots of other product. We are going to use a happy birthday. As I said, you could make this a Father's Day, but we're going to use the happy birthday from Art Gallery. That one's in the annual catalog. It has been for at least 1 or 2 rounds now, right? And then we're using On the Horizon, Relax and Enjoy Your Day. Or I might have put in there Wishing You So Much Happiness. I think I used the Wishing You So Much Happiness out of On the Horizon. We are going to use a moon from Paradise Palms. And we're going to use the diorama, the layering diorama dies. These are pretty cool if you haven't seen these in action yet. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 layers. So you could do a whole lot of layering with these products. Figuring out which way to put it back in here is always the challenge. And I knew I was going to do it wrong. Did you guess that? And we're also going to use the Stripes embossing folder, 3D embossing folder from the Stripes and Splatter. Okay. So I really like these embossing folders. Now this is the little guy. This will fit through your mini embossing machine just as easily as it will fit through the regular die cut and emboss machine. Oh, let's pull. I think it was that one I was fussing with that I want. Oh, good. That's good to hear, Thelma. I'm glad she got him home. All right. So I asked this on my Facebook page the other night. Do you want to see the card or do you like to be surprised? Tell me in the comments. And if you're watching, be sure to say hello. Tell us where you're from. And definitely comment, because that's how you get entered into the drawing for the cards, or the card that I make each month or each week. I don't know why I keep saying each month. I'm all right. We have a piece of Starry Sky. This is, of course, one of the brand new in colors. And it is just a 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. But we also added an additional score at 2 1/8. I bet you already know what kind of fun fold we're going to do. We're doing a easel card in the horizontal position. So often our easel cards are in the, y'all want to see the card? See it, see it, see it. Okay, we'll show it. Here we go. Here's the card. How cute is this? So those stripes become the waves in the water on the Tahitian Tide. So we are using Tahitian Tide and Starry Sky from the new in colors. Sometimes it's hard to get the fancy folds to stand up on the camera. Everybody's saying see it first. That's funny, guys. All right, so I did go ahead and emboss this, pre-emboss this, but I wanted to show you, obviously it doesn't emboss the full piece of cardstock, right? So what I do is I layer it as much as I can, so I get as much of it done as I can, and I run it through the die cutting machine, right? Always run it through with your folded edge going through first or on the side, never in the back. I've talked about that before. But the risk that you create if you run it this way and the fold is in the back is if for some reason those rollers in the die cutting machine would just be a little offset when it grabbed this to pull it through, and maybe it would grab the bottom one first or the top one first, and the other one would just be a beat behind going through. It's going to apply pressure on this fold, and over time that's going to crack. And if you don't catch it quickly and get some kind of frog tape, painter's tape, duct tape, whatever on that to hold it together in the orientation it's meant to be, you're never going to get a good embossed image again. So that's why I always say to you, watch that fold edge and where you position it to go through the machine. Once you've run it through once, then all I did is I just moved it up, lined it up on the design again. Okay, closed it. And now this time, if it doesn't fit through this way, if it's too wide, then you do put it through with the fold on the side. But then you get a completely embossed piece of a 5.5 by 4 or 5.25 by 4. I will get it. It's been a long day in my world. Yep, Connie, that's exact that. And you know why I emphasize that so much? Because I did it too, or at least my customers did. So yeah, so you want to be careful with your folders, right? You want to make sure they stay pristine so you always get a good impression. Now I do have another piece. This is a 5.5 by 4.25. That's why I was struggling with that measurement. And we're just going to mount this right on there. I thought it was empty. I always seem to run out of seal when I'm live. And we're going to mount that on the larger piece of Starry Sky and center that as best we can. Hi, Julie. Thank you. And then this is going to get mounted on our card front, but we're not going to mount it fully flat. It is the full size of a regular card front, but we're only going to apply the adhesive on the bottom half. That's how we get the horizontal easel card. So let's do that. So again, you're only putting adhesive underneath that second score line. If you put it up here and you place this, well, now you have just a regular card. Which is fine too. And it's cute no matter which way you do it, but that might not be what your intention was, right? All right. Then we're going to do all the other stuff first, because I'm going to teach you a trick. Maybe you already know it with the Stamparatus. And let's get the Starry Sky ink in here. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Shirley. So I did pick the wishing you so much happiness for the inside here. That's our greeting. And then I've got the happy birthday. I said on one other live I was doing, I said, I really like that this grid paper is somewhat tinted because I have a hard time seeing white on white. But here, I think I'm going to be okay. It's a little crooked, but guess what? I did the other side before we came live, just in case I had a boo-boo. And no, I was not a Girl Scout. I was a brownie. My mom was a brownie leader when I was very young, but I don't think she ever went on to Girl Scouts, and therefore I didn't either. But I spent a lot of time in 4-H. That's where I learned to sew and do a little home decor. And believe it or not, I actually had a garden. And if you know me, it's so not my thing. Oh, where'd you go? Am I still with you? Because I've lost you. Oh, you're back. Don't you love technology? Let's get a silicone pad here to protect our work surface. Make sure I've picked the right side. I have. And we're just going to layer that on this little strip of Starry Sky. I always want to say Starry Night, like the picture. The painting. It's a little more than a picture, I guess, huh? All right, we're going to pop that up with dimensionals. This becomes our prop. Okay, so this is how our easel sits up. We've popped that up on dimensional. And you can use the large ones or the minis. When you have fingernails for a really long time and one breaks and it's the one that you used to pick everything up with, it becomes a much bigger challenge than it needs to be. It's growing back, but it's too slow for me. Okay, we're going to go ahead and mount that on the inside, and then we'll have all of that taken care of. Just like that. Then we are going to that's vanilla. Okay, grab a piece of basic white. Excuse me. And we're going to go ahead and cut our diorama. And if you have not seen the new magnetic plate in action, let me tell you, it is a dream. So your sandwich for this is platform or number 1. And that is your magnetic plate. We are going to put, this is the right size, yes. Put that on there, and it's not going to go anywhere. You see that? It is not going to go anywhere. And then we're going to put this on top, and we're going to run it through. So when you get this, if you are someone who likes to read the instructions that comes in the packaging, you want to be aware that at least the early packaging, which, and I don't know what quantity that was, so I don't know if they've sold through that yet or not. The early packaging says that you also needed the thin adapter or platform 2 underneath your magnetic plate. You do not. So do not put that down on there, or you will not get it through your machine. Okay, so it's just the base platform number 1, and then your magnetic plate, your piece with your die cut, and then a cutting pad on top. So here's our punch. The builder punches are great because you can absolutely design the boat. The problem with the builder punch is knowing exactly how to stamp those images so that you can line it up in the punch and punch them out, right? So we're going to do the punching first. And I think I've shown this a couple of times, so you may be familiar with this. But we're going to flip this around. I'm actually going to take this off for right now. We'll pull that back in a minute. Always when you're using your Stamparatus, you want to always go up and down at a 90-degree angle. Don't have it laid over or laid this way and try to pull it out. You will break your hinges, and that's not good because you want those hinges to be nice and snug for you, so that you can do all kinds of fun things with the Stamparatus. And this is just one of them. All right, so I am going to mount this. I'm going to use my magnetic or my magnet to hold that in place. And then I'm going to bring my stamps in. Haven't let go of those pieces that we punched out. Who has the Stamparatus? Anybody have this? We're going to lay those stamps down in the openings from the punched piece. So we've got the 2 sails. Okay. We're going to start with that. And I'm going to close the lid. And I'm going to pull it up. Now, the other thing that I always recommend is when you are stamping, you put a case underneath so that it's nice and flat, so that your plate is nice and flat for when you want to ink up your images. Now, I'm going to lay my punched pieces back in here. Valerie does, Connie does, Carol does. Good, 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 good. Okay, so we've got them nice and snug in their position. Well, I'm happy to say that I got to be part of the demonstrator team that helped to create the Stamparatus. So I love it. And not just because I created it, because I do think it is a fabulous tool. And there is so much that you can do with it. And there's different techniques that you can do with it. As a matter of fact, I'll be showing one of those techniques over on Facebook. What is that? The 5th. It's June 5th, a Sunday night, I think. Let's pull this off and close this before I'm wearing Cajun Craze. It's not really my color. Oh, see, then you're better at lining up than me. But on those builder punches, it's something else. Plus, if you're doing a lot, like when we go to events, we do swaps. And it's a little bit quicker for me to do it this way too. But you don't have to. You're absolutely right. You can absolutely stamp and punch. This is just one of the things that you can do with it. All right, let's grab the boat body, if you will. The mast and all of that. Get that positioned in the punch out. You can do this with your dies too, guys. If you're like Christmas cards, oh my goodness. I showed this to my mom one year and she was like, holy cow. Holy cow. All right, so we're going to do some crumb cake on that portion of the boat. Go ahead and lay our piece in there. Oops. My fingers don't want to work tonight, do they? There we go. Having that stamp case underneath there also helps to ensure that I don't get ink all over the plate itself, which could then transfer to your project, right? There we go. Cute, 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 right? Okay. Wipe that down. We'll lay this aside for now. Move these pieces out of the way. Actually, I'm going to bring that back in because I'm going to use it also as a stamping block, if you will. I want to put my water on here. So and if I had my case here, I have small grid papers in my case, but let's pull that up like that a little bit. We're going to do it this way. And I'm sure I've got a piece of scrap laying here that I can use. It's a very tacky stamp, which is a good thing. We're going to use Pacific Point. See, I did get some ink there, so we're going to wipe that off. I'm going to use this piece to do my off stamping. So I don't want that Pacific Point full on. And then we're going to stamp. And then we're going to just bring that up. Now, Drop this down. Yep, that's exactly where we want it. So it's really easy to slide your paper on there with that magnet holding it in place. Ooh, that looks like I'm going to have a problem, doesn't it? Uh-huh. How cool is this? And we'll do one more. Bring it down just a little bit more. You can always see, what I love is that you can see right through it. So you know you've got it aligned appropriately. And this is much easier on my hands than trying to hold on to the larger block, right? So if you have any kind of arthritis starting in your hands or anything like that, this is a great tool to use to help with that. We're going to do that one more time. And I love the way this looks, the water looks. Nice. Perfect. All right, so I'm going to lay this aside. I'll clean that up later. And we'll finish our card. I'm going to bring in our boat. We're going to bring in some little. And we're going to do some tiny little pieces so we can pop the boat up just a little bit. Okay. So those edges are really good when you have things that you need tiny, small, straight pieces for. And we're going to do one more. And put it right there. If it leaves my finger. When all else fails, you grab your take your pick tool to put that on. There we go. And while it's here, we'll go ahead. Oh, all right. Try that again. Valerie, I'm assuming your power came back on. Valerie was watching me the other day and she lost her power. So I'm going to put that right about there. And then we'll use regular dimensionals to put on our sails. Now, if you have a long block that you like to use, you could have used your long block for the water. You didn't have to do the Stamparatus for the water. But for me, lining that punch up, the Stamparatus makes it a whole lot easier, right? And we're going to put, I know there's something there, but I can't, there we go. Put our sail on. Right up there at the top. We'll do the same thing with this piece. Okay. And then we just have to add our birds and our sun. Wow, 3 hours. Holy cow. Birds come in Memento. The Memento found its way home. I'm awfully happy about that. I like those cute little birds. Then we're going to do our sun. And I'm going to stamp that direct, but I'm going to test it first. Oh, yep. Yeah. And then we're going to use a whole bunch of dimensionals, right? You could use the strips. You could use the sheets of the foam adhesive. Or you can just use a bunch of dimensionals. I usually get about 4 backings off before I have to take those papers and move them into the receptacle. But I do keep some of them off the cats, because that's where they like to go, man, is onto the cats. And here we go. That's just going to go on our card front. And then it just pops up just like that. And there's your horizontal easel card. That is a simple fun fold, but what a great way to display a card, right? Cute, cute, cute. I love the Let's Set Sail. And I was happy to see that it carried over, because I can see doing a whole bunch of different images with that and card creations. My husband took sailing lessons when he was a younger person in his life with his parents. And so I can see a card for him in his future with this project. Oh, his birthday's already passed this year, so it'll have to be something else. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you leave me a comment, even if you're watching the replay. So I know you stopped by, you checked it out. You'll get entered into the drawing for the card that we'll draw next Tuesday night. And if you haven't subscribed, please, by all means, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you're notified when I do future videos. I appreciate you taking a little bit of your Tuesday evening to come hang out with me and go stamp something fun. And I will see you on my Facebook page on Thursday at 10 if you want to join us over there. We'll be doing coffee and cards, and I've got 3 great projects to share with you. Take care, guys. Until next time. Bye. Ooh.